Now that we're all excited about the 2023 Mazda CX-50 and how it's the first Mazda to be assembled in America in quite some time, we were told during the virtual reveal event that there will be a hybrid CX-50 coming soon with more information to be divulged as we got closer to that release. However, some information just was shared with Car and Driver that tells us the hybrid components are or will be in fact Toyota. Stay tuned.
More car vids. More car vids.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama, and we are here to talk about the CX50 Hybrid. Will it be a 2023 or a 2024? We still don't know. However, Dynamics engineer Dave Coleman from Mazda just shared, as released by Car and Driver, that the CX50 Hybrid will use existing Toyota hybrid components. Now, this is what we kind of expected or were expecting because Toyota does hybrids very well, and Mazda has not done hybrids before in America since the Tribute Escape Ford thing. Sharing, or this new partnership with Toyota, is really a good thing because they can get some of our technology, we can get some of theirs, and it appears that although there's two separate production lines at the new plant in Alabama, the Corolla Cross is all Toyota, the CX-50 is going to be all Mazda. Not so fast, my friend. When that CX-50 Hybrid comes out, it will be all Mazda except for what lies underneath in the Toyota hybrid components, which I'm okay with because Toyota does hybrids well. And of course, they have more models, more vehicle lines of hybrids right now than they've ever had before. So what is unique about this Toyota hybrid component system? Well, it's unlike our Skyactiv X mild hybrid system that relies heavily on the engine and basically just a little bit on the battery to shut it down at optimum times, like when it was at a stop, and just run off that electric power. A full hybrid system can be full gas, full electric, or a combination in between using a boost of electric power with the gasoline engine. So we know that the 2.5 liter Skyactiv G is going to be replaced by Toyota's 2.5 liter, which is currently used in the RAV4 Hybrid, the Venza, which is all hybrid, the Camry Hybrid, the Highlander Hybrid, and the Sienna, which is all hybrid. So you can see that this is used in a lot of different vehicle lines and has been used for several years. We know that this is going to get about 219 horsepower, which will be kind of in between that 2.5 or 2.5T Skyactiv rating, the 187 to the 250. So the hybrid will kind of sit right in the middle there with decent performance, especially if you're comparing to the 2.5 naturally aspirated. Also, this powertrain gets 40 miles per gallon in the city on the Venza and up to 41 miles per gallon in the city on the RAV4, which these two vehicles are going to be very comparable to what the CX50 is going to be in size. More Venza-like, I'm sure. That's 40 and 41 in the city, 37 on the highway. Why is it lower on the highway? Because at highway speeds, you use less of the electric battery, more gas. But in the city, more electricity. 40 miles per gallon, that's pretty good, and I think you'd be happy with that, especially shelled or encased by this beautiful CX50. I'll really leave it up to you. What do you say? Are you comfortable with just the Skyactiv G Mazda CX-50, or would you be happy with a CX-50 Hybrid? And a matter of fact, Car and Driver has done just that as far as asking questions and customers or viewers of this article. Let's see what they have to say. Here's the actual article from Car and Driver, and as you scroll all the way down right here, which version of the CX-50 would you choose? The non-hybrid for the Mazda engines, or the hybrid because Toyota knows what it's doing? I'm just going to choose the hybrid. And you can see that of its viewers, 65% are choosing the hybrid CX-50 because Toyota knows what it's doing with hybrid technology. So it's one of those things that we have to understand. This is what that partnership was all about. Now, I'm not going to say that we know that we have Mazda MX-30, which is an EV. Are we going to continue with that EV technology and not share as much with Toyota? I'm sure that'll be the case. But if you remember, so many years ago, Mazda and Toyota partnered with Panasonic to develop new batteries, which is the future as far as hybrids and EVs, battery EVs, and plug-in hybrids. So as Mazda continues towards that Zoom 2030 plan, they're going to need more battery power, more hybrid, more electric, and they can share with Toyota, which will be pretty good. So we may actually see the CX-50 because of the existing technology and components from Toyota. We may see that in the CX-50 earlier than any other Mazda model. A couple of questions I have about this shared components is, number one, that Mazda right now, with the exception of the MX-30, is using a traditional geared speed transmission, a 6-speed, and we expect on this new platform to go to an 8 or 10-speed, hopefully, with the inline 6-cylinder. All of Toyota's hybrids, with the exception of the new Tundra that's coming out, will run or currently run with an eCVT, an electronically controlled, continuously variable transmission. What this does is actually has an electric motor generator that helps find the optimum gear ratio of this continuously variable pulley-based transmission. So it doesn't use as much gas to do that. Why do they use the eCVT? Because a CVT gets the best fuel economy, especially in this environment with electricity. Secondly, if we get rid of the speed transmission, will we also get rid of the iActive all-wheel drive? And I hope not, because they just made this dedication in the US for an iActive all-wheel drive on all crossovers for 2022 and of course 2023. What Toyota uses is an electronic on-demand all-wheel drive system. Basically, as you can see in this diagram, each SUV that they offer has two motors, one in the front, one in the rear, and they control both axles. So as you're driving in front-wheel drive, most of the time you have your motor up here, but then as traction is needed, it can use both motors for all-wheel drive. The difference is in its name, on-demand all-wheel drive, whereas our iActive all-wheel drive is predictive and keeps a little bit of torque back here to have it before you need it. Predictive system. So we may be scrapping the traditional geared transmission. We may be scrapping the all-wheel drive because this electronic on-demand all-wheel drive is part of the hybrid system with the motors, etc. I can live with this because I have complete confidence in the Mazda engineers, specifically Dave Coleman, who kind of shared this information. I know that they're going to do everything in their power with this new system to replicate the existing phenomenal Mazda driving dynamics that we are so in love with now and we will continue to be in love with when the CX50 comes out and we all are able to drive it, experience it, and love it. Again, before we get out of here, take a minute, drop a comment below if you would rather have a Mazda Hybrid with Toyota components or a Mazda Skyactiv G naturally aspirated or turbo. Which do you prefer, a non-hybrid or an available hybrid? And see what our answers and comments compare, how they compare to this car and driver. I'll also, if you'll click over or see on the community tab on my channel, I'm also gonna, when this video uploads, I'm gonna create a poll in the community tab to see what you prefer. So go there and vote as well, and let's see what those percentages look like. If you have any other questions about the Toyota hybrid system, the CX50, or anything along those lines, you can also comment below or give me a text or email. That information is in the description. I'll be here on the Boulevard in Enterprise, listening always and looking for more information about Mazda and more information about Toyota components, I guess. They have an engine plant that makes engines in Huntsville, so it kind of works. And I'll see you on the next one.